Marc, give us a quick overview of all of the different places where Starz content lives in digital format.
Well, we think about our content in sort of two buckets. One, the content that we own and produce, meaning our original shows, and also the movies and other programs we make out of our Overture Films division and Anchor Bay Home Entertainment division. And then there's also, obviously, the output product that we get for our Starz channels from Sony and Disney. So the owned content is really everywhere. It's online. We're through all the different sell-through and video-on-demand providers, including folks like iTunes, Xbox, Amazon, PlayStation. We have deals with Hulu and YouTube to promote content and put more ad-supported type rollouts as well. And then obviously our channel product, our Sony and Disney output product, is now being rolled out through TV Everywhere deals with a number of affiliate partners that we've announced, including Comcast. And obviously we have a deal that's with Netflix that has our content out there via their online platform.
So which of these digital platforms offers the best business proposition for Starz? These revenue sharing type of deals, license fee deals?
Well, I think it really depends on the content that we're talking about, right? So for a feature film that we're rolling out into theaters through Overture, frankly, the console partners have been really strong. iTunes has been really strong in terms of selling and renting content online. But it's really that transactional model that's made a big difference for us in the digital world. And I think from our channels perspective, making our affiliates stronger and stronger partners and delivering better products to our consumers ultimately benefits our company in the long term. So we really view those as the most important rollouts that we're doing in the near term.
Here at CES this week, you've made a couple announcements. You have a deal with DivX, and then you also made an investment in a graphic novel comic book company.
Very close, very close. So I'll do the comic company first. It's a company called Graphically. It's sort of a play on a insider comic thing, but essentially they're trying to be the iTunes for the digital comic space. There's really no winner in that space right now. There's no one that's licensed all the content and distributed to all the platforms. These guys have an amazing technology, a great reader, a great commerce platform that they're going to roll out in the next few weeks. But we really ultimately see it as there's a transition in each sort of media business. You've seen it in music, you've seen it in video, where sort of offline things are going online. We think comics is another next wave in that, in publishing in general. So we're very excited about that investment. What
will that look like in terms of comics being online? Can you elaborate a little bit?
Sure. I mean, what gave us the comfort is that people are already doing it. They're already stealing it on the torrents. You can go get PDFs of comics. And people say, well, look, a comic's pretty portable already. Why do I need digital? Why does it make a difference? We actually think it's about the collection and then the socialization of your collection. So when you go to buy a comic book, you really want to not just own it, you want to share it with your friends, you want to talk about it, you want to be into Spider-Man, you want to be into those different things. So what Graphically allows you to do is, keep your list there, share it with friends, chat with people, talk about pages in the book, not just the book itself, all different things that you can do with it. So it's really a social platform for consuming comics online, is the way we like to describe it. So I think of it as it's taking comics to the next level. It's taking the comic book store, but bringing it universally around the globe, or at least around the U.S. as we launch this thing with them.
Now, you have a new original series, Spartacus, that's coming out soon. You've been promoting that heavily. Tell us a little bit about what sort of new media opportunities you see with an original series that's launching in 2010.
Sure. We're very excited about Spartacus. Rolls out January 22nd. And what we saw was a unique opportunity to build a number of what I call sort of extensions and extractions from the core content of the show to both promote it, but also make some money digitally. So the first thing we did was we actually made a comic book, uniquely to the other conversation we had, but we made a comic book that's a physical comic rolled out into stores across the country. We then pulled the pieces out, lightly animated that comic, put some voiceover and some great music behind it, and made it a motion comic. It's now a 20-minute piece of content for each comic book. We did 4 of them, and we are rolling those out on all the EST platforms here in the weeks leading up to the show. So it's a way to make money, and it's also a way that we can promote the show and get people more aware of Spartacus. In addition to that, we developed a mobile iPhone game, a fighting game clearly based on Spartacus, and that's turned out really, really great. It'll launch on the 11th, so a couple weeks before, and we really see the iPhone game and the rollout of the EST together as a really good, of the motion comics as a really good cross-platform way to promote the show, but also a way to make some money on it. And we'll eventually roll it out, the motion comics, for an ad-supported launch, probably later, while the show is probably in its mid-season run, to give it another Kickstarter promotion as we do it.
Final question for you. What are the biggest challenges that a content company, a network, faces in 2010 when it comes to new media?
Sure. I mean, I think there's, it's not all that, it's a slow roll. I think the changes and the challenges are, everyone thinks they're coming really fast and really furious, but I actually think it's taking us, step by step, we're getting to where I think we need to be in terms of distributing our content to wherever customers want it, however they want it, and we're getting there. So I'd say the big challenges are externally trying to find the right distributors, trying to find the guys that can actually now turn a profit for us, because we've done a lot of deals over time with trying to get out there and get things done and see content out there. Now we're trying to find the ones that really work for us. And I think internally to our own selves is deciding how we're going to really window our content, trying to figure out what are the right platforms, when to launch it, and how to launch it and in what formats. So there's sort of internal and external challenges.
Any thoughts on the iSlate that Apple might launch, and whether there'd be a play for Starz on that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's any device like that can help people consume content in a way that makes them happier about it or is easier for them. We think it's a great opportunity, certainly for our video products, and our relationship with Apple is strong on the iTunes side. So we're excited about selling content on there that can be played on the tablet, and we're excited about it. We think it's a good opportunity to get more devices in people's hands and people consuming more.
Excellent. Thank you, Marc.
Thanks.